My name is Amar Deep Singh Hari. I am popularly known as Amar, and I have been in Ghana since the early 90s, to be specific, around 91, 92. I came here after the Liberian Civil War broke out in the late 80s and early 90s. That's the time I decided to make Ghana as my home. I originate from India, specifically from north of India, from the land of the five rivers known as Punjab. And I follow the Sikh faith, the Sikh religion, which is, you can say, the fifth largest religion in the world. I can say that I followed my dream. And when I say that, I literally followed my dream. So after I lost my businesses in Liberia, which I had started at the young age of 18 years. From India, I had gone to Liberia after school, and I started my first business at that young age. But in the next 4 or 5 years after I have taken them to a very good position, I lost all during the war, and now I was back home in India, more or less as an economic refugee, trying to find work, trying to look for a job or start a new business. Soon after, just a week or two later, in the morning around 4 a.m., which is a very auspicious time in the Sikh religion, when we get up and we say our morning prayers at 4 a.m. Every Sikh must rise very early in the morning and say the first thing they should do is to pray. So, but like other young people, I was sleeping. I was not really getting up to pray. But it was that auspicious time for prayer. And I was like, I want to get up, I want to not get up. I was half asleep and half trying to get up. When I had this dream where I saw the map of West Africa, and Ghana was popping out of it. It was getting highlighted. And I started wondering that I was not such a good geography student. That was not my favorite subject. And maps are generally studied over there. Why suddenly I have the West African map and Ghana is showing out? So it was a bit strange to me, but I memorized that dream. And later in the morning, I met my elder brother and I shared with him that this morning I had the dream and Ghana was showing. And he said, but Ghana is such a poor country. Why is it showing in your dream? I said, I don't know. Maybe that's the specific reason. It was the early 90s and the times for Ghana were not so good. And my brother explained just a few years ago, he went to Ghana and he didn't even find a toothpaste or a toothbrush. So even the basic necessities were not available. And you are taking dream of that country. So why don't you dream of the USA or Canada, Australia, all those wonderful countries? I said, well, this was the dream. And so he said, okay, I'm going to West Africa. I will pass by Ghana. And when eventually he came to Ghana, he went to GIPC, which is the Ghana Investment Promotion Council. And there he came to learn that Ghana had just brought out a new policy where they were encouraging IT businesses. If you start anything in IT, anything related to computers, then you will be given 5-year tax holiday. Ghana was amongst the first countries in the world to come out with such a policy. I mean, you can imagine how much the leaders of this country were visionaries, that they saw that it's the technology which is going to change the landscape of the entire world. and Ghana in the early 90s must take some steps to ensure that technology comes to this country. Earlier when I came, that also reminds me the warmth Ghanaians practice whenever any guest comes. I remember when I was coming to Ghana for the first time, I did have a choice to go to the neighboring countries because I wanted the best market to start my IT business. And there are other large countries in West Africa. I wouldn't like to name them, not to talk bad about anybody. But I went to one of such countries, and as soon as I landed at the airport, the first thing they wanted to put me into jail for one or the other reason, because they wanted to have bribe, which I refused to. But as soon as I landed in Ghana, the immigration officer said, "Akwaba." I said, "What is that?" They said, "Welcome." It's rare that the immigration service of any country, because the immigration officers are considered to be the most strict type and everybody fears them. But here they are taught, not even taught, they grow up learning that we have to welcome visitors. And we have to express it by saying it, by using that beautiful word Akwaba. So these are the signs of an advanced culture, which Ghana happens to be. And any country which protects its traditions and values, that country has to be successful in the end. They may not be in the short term due to other global circumstances, but because they are preserving the intelligence and the wisdom of the past, they will be the winner in the end.